As the Golden State Warriors prepare for the 2024-25 season, their preseason is already in full swing, and an unexpected figure has caught attention. During this period, when teams are most active in making signings, a former Lakers player has been invited to train with the squad. The player in question is Troy Brown Jr., who is currently a free agent. He will have the chance to prove his worth before the start of the training camp. If he manages to impress coach Steve Kerr and demonstrate that he can be useful to the team, Brown Jr. might secure a new NBA contract. Despite an underwhelming performance last season, which ended in elimination before the playoffs, expectations are high for the Golden State Warriors. The team has renewed Stephen Curry's contract, making him the highest-paid player in the league, reinforcing confidence in a promising season. Additionally, the team suffered a major loss with the departure of Klay Thompson, whose high salary and declining performance led to his release. Thompson signed with the Dallas Mavericks, the current NBA runner-up, leaving Golden State with more salary cap space. The training camp contract offers a great opportunity for both teams and players whose futures are still uncertain. They train with the squad, and if they stand out, they can earn new chances and, eventually, an official contract. For a team like the Golden State Warriors, which is in a transitional phase, talented players seeking a new opportunity could be the missing piece. Although the glory days have passed, the team still has the power of Stephen Curry and his teammates, and it's never wise to underestimate the highest-paid athlete in the league. The New Orleans Pelicans player has been heavily linked to improving the Bay Area team's offense. The Golden State Warriors continue trying to strengthen their roster to allow Stephen Curry to fight for one more ring after 2 disappointing seasons in terms of sports management. In recent NBA rumors, Brandon Ingram's name emerged as a potential acquisition. However, it seems the team's front office, based at the Chase Center, isn't completely sold on him. NBC analyst Monty Poole explains why the Bay Area team appears to have decided not to secure the services of the New Orleans Pelicans player. Since Kevin Durant left 8 years ago, the signing of Oubre was the only one made under the assumption that, alone, it would keep the Warriors among title contenders. Every move since, including adding Chris Paul last summer, was made to complement the roster, not to expand its core. It's clear why he believes the chances of Golden State Warriors eventually signing Ingram are minimal. A lot of this focus is related to the experience with Oubre. The Warriors are no longer willing to compromise their financial performance, sacrifice multiple draft picks, or disrupt their roster for someone who isn't consensus. Brandon Ingram, for instance, is among those who, according to sources, doesn't reach that level. There are enough pros and cons that any possibility of him going to Golden State is minimal. Although they don't currently have the ability to fill the remaining spot in their 15-man roster, the Golden State Warriors reportedly remain interested in several free agents with whom they've held recent workouts. The team brought in Brazilian center Bruno Caboclo, who soon after confirmed a new contract overseas, while Davis Bertans and Troy Brown Jr. have recently been linked to the franchise in recent days. Potential free agents could still be drawn by the possibility of the Warriors waiving Gue Santos' non-guaranteed contract for next season, which would allow the front office to bring in another player before the opener against the Portland Trail Blazers on October 23rd. Which other free agents should the Warriors consider after recent workouts this offseason? There are doubts as to whether Bertans or Brown are truly worthy of replacing Santos on the roster, but is there really any free agent who could prove valuable at this stage of the offseason? The list of available players shrank on Wednesday, with Talon Horton-Tucker and Mac McClung signing partially guaranteed contracts with the Chicago Bulls and Orlando Magic, respectively. There are still viable players on the market. Here are 3 who would be more likely to join the Warriors roster than Bertans and Brown. Markelle Fultz. Golden State seems comfortable starting next season with Stephen Curry and Brandon Podziemski as their 2-point guards, though that could be risky as the latter remains an unknown as a primary playmaker. The Warriors could benefit from adding depth at the point guard position, and Markelle Fultz is arguably the best option available on the market. The former number 1 draft pick averaged 7.8 points, 3.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists last season, following a standout year in 2022-23, where he posted 14.0 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 5.7 assists in nearly 30 minutes per game. Sadie Osman. If Golden State is interested in Bertans and Brown, they should certainly explore the possibility of signing Sadie Osman, who would be an improvement over both. At 29, he averaged 6.8 points, 2.7 rebounds, and 1.5 assists for the San Antonio Spurs last season, shooting 38.9% from three-point range on 3.1 attempts per game. The Warriors already have plenty of wings on their roster, but perhaps Steve Kerr could use Osman as a small ball power forward, helping address the lack of shooters in the team's frontcourt. Marcus Morris isn't as good a shooter as Bertans, but at 6 feet 6 inches, he's a power forward option who offers more than just scoring ability. At 35, Morris brings experience and toughness, still being a viable rotation player in the NBA after shooting 40.3% from 3 last season. Morris' last game was in Game 5 of the Cavaliers' second-round series against the Boston Celtics, where he scored 25 points on 10 of 13 shooting, including 5 of 6 from three-point range. That performance was far superior to anything Bertans or Brown have recently produced. The Bay Area genius already knows where he wants to end his career as he begins business with China. Stephen Curry was asked about his contract extension and whether his goal is to retire with the Golden State Warriors. His response was firm and without hesitation, making it clear that, despite the departure of some teammates, he remains focused on winning a 5th ring with the California franchise. "That's what I'm hoping for, no doubt. I'm entering my 16th season, and I've always said my goal is to finish my career with the organization that saw me grow and achieve incredible things alongside Draymond. I know Klay isn't with us anymore, but I want to keep winning." Marketing in China, playing his entire career with the Golden State Warriors doesn't stop Curry from seeking global business opportunities, especially in China, a massive market he's about to invest in through his brand. Stephen Curry joins a select group of professional athletes by entering the commercial market. Next week, he'll be in Asia promoting the launch of his new sneaker, Curry 12, in partnership with Under Armour. During this trip, the Warriors star will open a Curry brand store in Chengdu, China, as reported by Hoops Hype. The Golden State Warriors are searching for a new star to partner with Stephen Curry following the departure of Klay Thompson. However, attempts to sign Paul George and Lauri Markkanen during the summer didn't pan out. With the NBA trade deadline extending until February 6th, the Warriors have time to explore the market and seek new options. The current roster is strong enough to keep the team competitive, and if they exceed expectations, the front office may take a more conservative approach until the market moves again next summer. Jimmy Butler as an option. According to Michael Pina from The Ringer, the Warriors still have a few alternatives if they decide to pursue a star before the season begins. He mentioned Julius Randle, Brandon Ingram, and Jimmy Butler as possible targets. Closing major deals is never easy, and it makes sense for the Warriors to evaluate what they have before making hasty decisions, wrote Pina. On the other hand, they also don't want to wait too long, as they've already wasted some of Curry's prime years and will have to deal with Draymond Green being the last piece of the remaining Big Three. If Curry expresses dissatisfaction with the current roster, it wouldn't be surprising if Golden State takes a shot at Jimmy Butler. The coming months will be crucial for the Golden State Warriors, who are seeking one last chance to capture the coveted 5th title for the franchise.